what's going on? It's how to make beats for 2HOLLIS. This is like his songs Gold and Trauma. This beat doesn't have a switch up on it, but if you want to check out my other tutorials, I have multiple where I do like EDM switch ups. But this one just focuses on like the trap drums and the melodies. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright, but yeah, so this first sound here is just a bass I got from Serum. This is a re-space, just simple, from this Rod Made It kit. I know 2HOLLIS uses this in a lot of his songs. So yeah, just lay down a simple bass line, E, G, F sharp, and then for the second part, I brought the F sharp up to an A. Here's what this sounds like. On this bass, I did some reverb to make it. Reverb on basses isn't like typical, but in 2HOLLIS songs, I feel like he does it. So, and then distortion cold fire is just like a distortion plugin that makes it a little bit more interesting. So with and without it, that's without it, and this with it. So I don't know, just a little bit more distorted and crunchy. Next, we move on to the second bass. This is just like a plucked stabbing bass. It's from that same Rod Made It kit. And then to get this, I literally just copied, or to get this plucking thing, I just copied the other bass line into here. And I clicked Alt-A on my keyboard, and that brought up this arpeggiator. This is on the Trance 7 preset. I don't know if that's necessary, but these are the settings you can copy if you want. Right here, you can see there's like a double thing. So I took that out, and I just, like when there was a double like this, I took out the second one and just dragged it. But yeah, that's about it. So that's how I got that to like pluck. And yeah, here's what it sounds like. Pretty cool. I've heard this bass in a few 2HOLLIS songs, so I just thought I'd kind of recreate that. Next is a pad. I got this from Pigments. I just took the bass line right here and then layered the bass line like octaves. I brought it up an octave, and then I added a few more notes on top. I just thought it wasn't too boring, and just some stuff on the scale that I thought sounded good. This Pigments is just Ancient Beings pad in the pad section, and yeah, here's what it sounds like. Low-key, this pad like kind of sounds, I don't know, it kind of sounds like shit, but that was kind of the point. I put shaper box on it with drive, so distortion, width, and this filter, which is like, and as you can see here with this animation, kind of this is what's going on with the filter. This isn't really like a prominent sound in the beat. I just have it here for this first part of the, or for this like third part of the intro actually. And yeah, I don't really bring it back, but it was just to add space. So the last like synth sound is just this lead from Serum. I just added these 3 notes. Lead Digit Shinju Serum Bank, I think. And yeah, here's what it sounds like. And yeah, this thermal preset is this belly button preset. Yeah, I'm not sure what kit this preset's from, but that's giving that this like cool choppy sound, I guess. And yeah, it's just kind of in the background for the chorus. After I had those melodies kind of laid out, I wanted to add some phrases. This first phrase is just this vocal loop that I got from a kit. Here's what this vocal loop sounds like. That without effects sounds like this. So I obviously wanted to add some more effects to sauce it up and make it wider and not as dry. So first off, it's OTT. This is just compressing it and like boosting some of the high end. Then I added a shaper box, which is, this is just like, it already has panning like built into the sound, but I just added another shaper box to make that panning more obvious. Reverb, this is like a super wet reverb. Then delay. This is just a ping pong delay set to 1/4. This shaper box preset here is just for the intro. It's set to 8 bars. It opens up the intro here, so when the space is coming in, kind of just fades in. After that, it's just a phrase. I got this from my boy Strella. He sent me a pack of phrases over. Not sponsored or anything. He's just where I got it from. So I added, first off, I just added this shaper box preset onto it with, these are the parameters, and then I added thermal on it with this Lost Memories preset, and that's what kind of changes the sound a lot. So I'll show you first what it sounded like, and I'll show you what it sounds like with the preset. and I added this preset onto it. I think it's kind of personal preference, but I think it sounded good personally. It kind of trashed it, but it acts more as like a pad now, and it's in the background. There was already enough sounds in the beat, so I didn't really think it needed anything that much more. But this just filled up space, and again, like it acts like a pad. For melody sounds, it's just finally it's it's all those sounds together, and then I added some vocal like phrases or like one shots kind of. So here's the first vocal one shot that I used. This one sounds really cool, super ambient. It was already ambient, but I added a reverb with a ton of decay and ton of bass, and then delay with 1/2. It's on ping pong, that's set to 1/2, and an EQ, taking out some low end and boosting these high mids. Then I added a second vocal phrase. It's from the same kit I got these first two from, and this one sounds like this. So obviously, looking at the waveform, you can see it's already chopped. I added the first reverb because I wanted the sound to not be as dry, but I still wanted that chop to be there, so I put this on 1/4 beat gate and matched it to what it was already set at. Then I added some more OTT to compress it and some delay. Okay, I added some delay after the gross beat so the delay wouldn't be chopped. So next I moved on to the drums. First thing I added was just an 808. It's obviously the same bass line, but yeah, I just added some chops. For my 808s, I just go into here and just chop wherever I think it fits best. Nothing too crazy here, but here's what it sounds like. After that, I just moved on to the clap. This is the first clap. I layered it with another clap. So here's what it sounds like. It's just a Florence clap. I didn't want to just go for regular trap claps. I wanted to sauce it up a little bit and use different sounds like 2HOLLIS might do in his beats. So then this is a snare that I layered. Here's what it sounds like. It's a little bit more subtle, but I wanted to have some more punchiness because the clap wasn't that punchy. After that, I moved on to the hi-hats. These hi-hats have a few effects on them, so I'll break that down after, but here's what they sound like. So yeah, I didn't want to go for basic drums on this beat, so these hi-hats are definitely something that stands out. The first sound here is just this Give Me Hats preset from EFX Motions. This was just like a preset I was going through, and I thought it sounded cool. But Effectrix is where like most of like what you're hearing is coming from. So this is Looper B. This is kind of, I believe this is a reverse preset. You can, messing with the parameters, you can change like what it does, but I have it set to reverse. Then a phaser down here, reverb, as you can hear, I turned that on a few times. Delay comes in once. The bit crushing, that happens once. And this ring, I don't know what ring means, like ring modulator, I think, but this happens here. I can't really explain my thought process behind this, but just whatever sounds good. And then after that, an EQ to take out the low end, because these had some low end. And this frequency right here is the frequency that's loud when the hi-hats like reverse, and there's a certain frequency that this Effectrix was creating, and basically I boosted that so it would be louder. And then finally some shaper box, which is panning them slightly left to right, put it on 1/2, but then I turned down the mix knob. Then this right here is just like a counter snare. I thought the drums were bouncy, but I wanted a snare to add more bounce to the drums. And yeah, here's what it sounds like. Yeah, I ended up just using mostly Florence sounds because I think his drum kit is good for this type of beats. So yeah, open hat and a triangle right here. That's all the drums. Here's what that sound like together. I'm just like a loud 808, unique clap, fast hi-hats, and some other percussion sounds. It's basically all you need. And yeah, for this beat, the main thing that makes it interesting is the arrangement. I did this like reverb thing where I bring this acts as like a transition, but also this reverse 808 and this riser. And then just a long intro. I don't know. It's like that's what's gonna differentiate this beat from any other just regular beat. Is like an interesting arrangement. And this shaper box is just on the vocals in the intro. Serum volume, this is just automating this plucked bass. That's about it though. So thanks for watching. If you want to get any of my kits, you can go to headshark.com. And yeah, thanks for watching.